Hey, this is Jen Murphy. Welcome to Jillin Off. I am here solo at the moment. Well, no, I have the lovely Paul with me. Christina Walkinshaw is 20 minutes late, so we're starting without her.
It's her punishment.
Yep. You gotta grab the bull by the horns, right, Paul?
Yeah.
You're replacing Christina. Do you have your burps ready?
No, I don't have my burps ready, but I don't know. I'm working on the pits. I'm trying to air them out.
Yeah. Yeah, get a little side boob going.
Yeah, I definitely got that.
You can replace Christina. That's all you need.
My hair's up in a ponytail. There you go.
She texted me that she's late because she's been waiting for UPS all day with her wine delivery.
It's important.
Yeah, that is important.
Yeah.
It would either be that excuse or she was like stuck on a toilet or something. I feel like those are the only things that would make her late.
She had to wash her cheese board.
Yes. Wash her cheese board.
That sounds dirty. It is a very Christina
It
thing.
does feel. It does.
She had to scrub her cheese board before she came out.
Oh my God, that's a good name for her. Oh, good. We're gonna name her cheese board now.
Old sweaty cheese board.
That's her name. Sticky cheese board. Ugh. Poor Christina.
Yeah.
Well, when you're 20 minutes late, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And she's bringing the beer, so we have no beer.
Yeah.
She's really left us high and dry.
Yeah, it's a very sober occasion. She did volunteer to bring the beer too.
I know.
I'll bring it.
Well, because whenever they give us beer, like Dudes, shout out to Dudes Brewery, giving us beer, they give me like a case and they give her a case. And then I drink mine when I'm at home.
You drink yours in the car on the way home?
Mine never lasts as long as hers.
Yeah.
Well, because I like beer. She says she only drinks wine at home, but I enjoy a good beer. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I do find people that just, because I'm not a big beer drinker. So I got my kidney stone because I didn't drink beer. But it's funny for people who could just pound them back. I'm like, it's more of a social thing for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I do like a 6-pack at home, but if I come home at night and like if she'll have a glass of wine, I usually would like a beer. Well, it's been the summertime too, so it just seems more refreshing.
Yeah. Tall can. Bust out the tall can with your cheese board.
Are you all cured now?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, now I'm starting to get a cold too. So we both have colds, right?
I hate getting colds. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Because
So.
it lingers for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm headlining in Phoenix this weekend.
Nice.
So you know when you're trying to do stand-up and your head is just like got that, like, ugh.
Yeah. You just feel congested.
So awful. We started without you, so you're going to have to sit down. Yeah, because we didn't want to give you a reason to pop in and be like, oh, hold on, let me pee. Oh, hold on, let me do this. So they're like,
Uh-oh.
we're going to start, and she's going to have to jump in.
And here's the good news for everybody who's watching and listening. I don't know what we're not allowed to talk about.
Well, you just talk about yourself, and I'll talk about myself. Curly hair. Your hair looks lovely.
You look lovely.
We decided before you got here.
I haven't seen her.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
I told Paul you were late. I said there's 2 reasons she's late. It's either she's waiting for her wine delivery,
Oh, that's for surely what
or
it was.
she's stuck on a toilet. And Paul said,
come on,
or
you-
she's cleaning her cheese board, which we decided was really dirty.
I mean, the cheese board gets cleaned every night. No,
No, not the one we're talking about.
I'm very fast on the toilet. You've seen how fast I can poop. Remember that time when I ran out of the casino in Reno? And the lift was 2 minutes away. I still made it into the can, pooped, and got out before the driver got there, which I already talked about, I know, 2 podcasts ago.
Can I have revision? Because it's my favorite.
No, this is my favorite. This
Oh,
my
is that the
last
one?
And
Oh,
then
so
my
I'm
revisions.
choosing between these?
This is my session, and then you have to pick between, this is the strong IPA in the session.
Paul, what do you want? You want strong?
You want strong or
You
do you
can
want
take
weak?
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
I don't think that's what I said, but all right.
No, he said you take strong.
Oh, is that
He
what
wants
said?
this one.
Now I'm less of a
Good for your
man.
pee hole. Remember we talked about this too.
I know.
Yeah, he said that the beer is not good for his kidney stones.
This is my last revisions. This is my favorite.
I thought you didn't like revisions. That's
no,
why.
this is my favorite.
Oh, you just didn't like the one I brought because it was too strong.
I thought that was a dudes that you brought that was too strong.
Oh,
the
God.
revisions are great.
I don't know what's going on.
But anyways,
Cheers.
Cheers, we did it. And obviously it was the wine delivery and it's my wine club. So I have like half a case of wines coming. It was the scheduled delivery was between 12:30 and 4:30 and they're still not there. I waited till 4:30 and then I was like, obviously I have to go. And then, of course, my drivers like to get further and further away from me after I order them. It's
Well, your
amazing.
place is tough to get to.
I know it is.
I feel like yours is at least 10 minutes when most people are like 2 minutes.
That's very true.
So what's happening?
So we're not allowed to talk about you.
I'm going to talk about me.
As you guys know,
Don't you worry.
I spent 12 days in Las Vegas.
Jesus Christ.
That's more than anybody should spend in Las Vegas. Luckily, I'm a professional, and I can handle it. But there was days where I was like, get me the fuck out of Vegas.
That's a long time.
That is a
It was
long
probably
time.
really hot.
I love the heat. That's the good part about it. But all my favorite vices. I like video poker. I like gambling. I like
Video poker and gambling?
yeah.
Describe gambling as opposed to video poker. Elaborate
You
for the listeners.
can tell I have not been out of the house yet today. This is my first conversation of the day.
Well, we made you jump in because once it hit 5:20 and he has one at 6, I was
I
like, Paul, let's
know.
just do it.
No, I respect that choice.
We
And
were
I
only
mean,
doing it like 3 minutes before you
but
showed
we
up.
always like to have Paul on the podcast anyways.
Yeah.
Yay.
Gives you a little more time to just do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I had that cheese board line. There you go. That's already a plus.
You guys were making a set list for when I got in the podcast.
Well, he just said he meant you were really cleaning a cheese board, but then the way he said it, I think we both pictured
kinky.
Yeah.
your cheese.
Old scrubbing the cheese board.
Well, let me tell you. Are we gonna go with euphemisms right off the top? Shit.
That's your new nickname.
What cheese board?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It
Well-
was going to be honey pot, but now it's cheese board.
Well, guess what, you guys? I'm on a roll of meeting men who have had vasectomies.
Nice.
I know. I'm really excited about it. The return of teeth. I had another round with vasectomy guy, and I have to come clean about something. Actually, I have to tell you the truth about something.
Okay.
This is so big that I'm saying this on the podcast because I haven't told you in real life. Okay, so I was a bit of a dumb. Remember, like with the vasectomy guy, and then Haley was like looking up, okay, vasectomy, and then I started Googling it, like what are the chances of getting pregnant from a vasectomy guy? And the chances are like 1 in 1,000. And then Jen's like, but you used a condom, and I was like, yeah, sure, totally. The truth of the matter is, I did not use a condom, and then my period was 3 days late. And then I was like, what if I fucking am 1 in 1,000 and I got pregnant from a guy who had a vasectomy? And then I went even more crazy, but in my own brain, I didn't actually go crazy on him or I didn't message him and let him know. But I was like, what if this is a lie that guys tell so that they can stick it in you? Even though that would be, like, who would do that? Who would lie about having a vasectomy just so they could bareback it with the girl and then
Well-
potentially get her pregnant?
There are a lot of girls who lie about being on the pill. Paul just raised his hand.
I would. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I feel like I'm getting to an age where I don't trust anyone, no matter how nice they are. But
Anyway.
I don't think that many people would lie, especially in older. I feel like lying is more of in your 20s. Like that's when girls used to lie about being on the pill, right? Like young
Exactly.
girls.
Like I feel like if you're in your 40s and you have 3 children, you are a perfect candidate for somebody who actually has a vasectomy.
Did you ask to see the scar?
Oh no!
That would have been the move.
I almost spit out my beer.
And then I hung out with him again in Vegas, and
Let
he
me
was
see
like,
this guy. You pull
"Oh
out like
my
a
God."
magnifying glass.
"Oh my god!" Oh, I could see. Is that an ingrown hair or is that your vasectomy scar? I need to know. I need to know what to pluck down here. Oh man. Anyways.
Was the second time as good as the first?
Oh yeah. Well, I got super drunk the second time. So like we actually slept for a bit before we did it. I couldn't. I was like, and I told him my breakdown. I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid, but I couldn't. You know, my period has been a little on the front since I turned 40, where it's not as clockworky as it used to be. So I should have just like been relaxed about it. But I feel like you can't relax after having unprotected sex. Like there's something that's gonna worry you. Either you're gonna get a UTI or like an STI, or you're gonna get pregnant. Like it's the worst kind of sex to have just because of the paranoia afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Even though part of me is like, condoms, I swear to God, do dry me up. Like I can work them for a bit, like maybe a few rounds. But this is the thing. Nobody should be going for 3 rounds of sex. You know, when they're like,
You mean starting and stopping for 3 rounds?
you know,
With the same condom?
well, no, then you need a fresh pack of condoms. Maybe that's why there's only 3 condoms in the cheapest box of condoms, because then we should be doing it more than 3 times a day. And then by the 3rd time, you're like, ugh, I don't know. The condoms make me so dry. And then, then the guy has to be like, oh, well, do you want some lube? I'm like, well, unless you have any vermouth. Like,
That's how you end up with a zit in the muffler.
and that's how you get a zit in the muffler.
I saw that episode come out and I was like, oh God.
It's the only
Shame.
one- I caught up on the previous two, but I haven't listened to that one yet. But anyways, the good news is I did not get vasectomy pregnant. And yes, I'm an idiot. I know I should be barebacking, but anyways, if you're going to bareback it, I feel like a vasectomy man is your best case scenario. And now that I know that but here's another thing, that I still got paranoid and I still went to my doctor and I still got checked for everything because I'm a responsible young barebacker. And then this is my first time really using my insurance in America. I'm so used to just going to the doctor, right? So I go, just get checked for everything. I'm like, yeah, just give me the works, right? And then I thought I flashed my insurance properly, but I guess I didn't. And then I got a bill in the mail for $4,400.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like,
For getting your cheese board checked?
that's how much it costs to get your cheese board checked.
No, that's not possible.
And I was totally fine. So $4,400 for pure paranoia. Not that it would have been like more worth my dollar if I had gonorrhea or whatever.
That's
but like
a mistake.
I swear to God, $4,400. I was like, I wrote it back right away. I wrote this like neurotic thing to my doctor being like, oh my God, I swear I have insurance. And I just like went out and be like, oh my God, I'm like never barebacking again. This is way too much money. I can't afford to be a floozy in this climate. Like, anyways. But
Wait,
anyways,
you paid it?
No, I ended up,
Calling
I guess
them,
I
right?
needed to get my little insurance card and I had it just, I hadn't printed it out yet.
Uh-huh.
So then once I sent her a copy of my actual card, I just been sending her my name and my membership
That's
number.
insane.
But anyways, I got the bill. And just so you know, I mean, I literally was in this doctor's office for like 10 minutes being like, yeah, I'm a floozy. I barebacked it. I just want to check it out, make sure everything's cool. Just give me the works. Check me forever or whatever. And then we had a nice little chat and I love my doctor. And then I got a bill for $4,400.
Hell no.
So yeah, anyways,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. But then I went to Planned Parenthood first, but then I make too much money for Planned Parenthood. And I put down real money of what I really make.
Yeah.
And they're like, now we have to charge you. And then the charges were going to be like well over $500 just for whatever. But then she's like, then if something else to get tested, then you'll have to pay more and whatever. And so I was like, well, I should just go to my doctor. I like my doctor. And then I got $4,400.
Jesus.
So if that isn't going to slow me down, I don't know what will.
Last
I'll
one?
be wearing condoms. I'll be jilling off more than ever.
She's going to put a condom on her fingers?
I'm going to be wearing condoms on my fingers. That's how careful I'm going to be because I don't $4,400.
Last month when I went to the doctor, they let me apply for Medi-Cal. Well, like what it shows I make, I probably could.
So what?
So then they sent me a notice in the mail like, you're approved. It's basically like free health care almost.
Yeah, I have it.
But then they also
Okay.
sent me another thing in the mail that's like, you also, because of your income, you also qualify for the free food, the EBT card. And I was so close to going online. I was like, I can't do it. That's just
Yeah.
wrong. I
They-
get like those free blocks of cheese or something.
They told me, they said, we can give you up to $35 a month for food.
Oh my
And I was like, well,
God.
that's like 2 days.
I
Oh
almost
my
did
God.
it, and then I was like, "Don't do it." I felt too guilty. First of all, it's not high frequency, and second,
That's right.
it's not right taking from the government if I spend that money on like alcohol and shit. Like that's not right. You know what I mean? Like I
can't-
can afford my food.
Can you though? Can you use that money for alcohol?
No, not that. I'm saying I have enough money to buy that.
Oh,
Like
I thought you meant the government
I
food
don't
stamps
need-
are going to
no.
buy you some Bush beer or whatever.
No, just buy a
No,
box
no,
of
no,
candy
I'm
bars and
saying-
sell them outside the store.
if I can afford to be out, at bars,
Yeah.
or if I can't afford my own food, I'm
Yeah.
not going to take it from the government. That's wrong.
So wait, how much is I pay $270 a month for my health insurance. And I feel like I got basic shit.
No, we got Medi-Cal, so we don't.
Zero.
Yeah, we don't pay. But also, so what happened for me, which was
yeah.
super stupid,
Right.
was I got a bill in the mail for $700 for my emergency room visit. But that night, I had gotten emergency Medi-Cal, which is supposed to cover it. But because I went in the middle of the night, they applied my insurance for the next day instead of the day when I actually came in. So literally, the insurance lady was laughing on the phone, like, "Oh yeah, you got to get that fixed." But it didn't cover the day. They put it for after. But then they clear it up, so then they
Yeah.
make it retroactive. But
I don't feel bad getting free medical coverage right now because it's the only time I've done it. And like
Yeah.
as a U.S. citizen, my whole life, I've always paid taxes. I've always done everything, so I've never like taken advantage of the system or anything.
And that's the thing. I obviously grew up and lived in Canada for most of my life, so I'm so used to just not worrying about this at all.
It is so nice not to worry.
Like I just go to the doctor if I don't feel good or if I am paranoid about something, like like barebacking it. That seems to be the only thing I check up on is my vagina. Just so you guys know.
Doctors are so nice
I'm never
too.
like chest pain, so I have a sore back. I'm just like, is my vagina okay? I know it's a little hairy, but like
Hairy cheese board.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. Like I don't even give a shit anymore. But even going back in for like more sex with a vasectomy guy, I'm just like, who cares? Like it was beyond hairy, you guys. It was fluffy.
Are you serious? Like 70s?
Oh,
You went 70s style?
no wonder he wanted to like do me from behind. Like I'm sure in missionary it probably
Siri
looked like
just responded to me.
in missionary it probably looked like Bob Ross was giving him a blowjob.
Oh my God. I would rather shave with a straight razor than have my ass sticking up all the time. I mean, I
feel
do
like-
the other sometimes.
I
but
think I scooched the sides up a little bit for my bathing suit, but all in all, it was a real Laverne and Shirley down there.
doggy style feels good, but I always am just thinking like my butthole is in your face,
I know that was the first time in a long time.
and
where-
you like it.
and I know that's true.
Why? Why do you like that visual?
I did-
Imagine if guys bended in front of us and spread their cheeks.
That's the problem. Sometimes you're getting it done from behind, and then you're like paranoid. When's the last time I pooped? And like, is there any, I'm sure I wipe fine, but like, I don't know. Like,
Some
what does it look like?
dingleberries,
Yeah, like, what if there was still like a little skid mark back there? Like, anyways. And then after I went for my after sex pee, because at this point now I've had enough sex in the last this year, to be honest, that I'm like, it's like I'm
Take
so
a
good.
breath. Take a breath.
I
Go ahead. Just kidding.
I've had enough sex this year where I'm getting so good at the after sex pee. Do you know what I mean? I'm like right out of bed, like really fast. I'm like Pavlov's dog after the bell rings. I'm just like, oh, gotta go. Like,
I thought you were gonna say you're getting really good at sex.
oh no, I'm getting really good. No, I don't know if I'm doing that properly, but I'm definitely peeing after sex. And very fast. I'm not even like canoodling for a long time. I'm like, well, we done here? All right, I'll be right back. Like, and I just bolt.
I'm not really. Yeah, post-sex cuddling is. I feel like cuddling should be saved for another time.
I like it for a bit, but I can't sleep in somebody's arms. We need to break apart to sleep. Oh, I can't sleep in somebody's arms. I'll be like, oh my God, is my breathing bothering him? Like, I'll get claustrophobic.
I do sometimes get anxiety attacks. Yeah, your
Yeah.
breathing gets really short. You're like, well, also as a woman, you tend to be sort of like in the like enraptured like this.
Yeah.
Like their head is up breathing, and you're in the you're in the chest like, and then you're just like breathing in chest air.
Or you get like an arm hair right up the nose. Like,
Yeah, I always get itchy. Like my face is itchy, or there's something in my.
oh yeah. Anyway, so that's enough about me. I don't have gonorrhea. I got rid of the $4,400 bill. I'm not pregnant with a vasectomy man's child. Everything is good, but let me tell you, that's a good hitting the restart button, and I gotta be good from now on. That's what I say. I got a hinge date on Thursday. I'm not gonna be like, hey, don't worry, my vagina's all warmed up for you.
Things are going well for you.
I don't know. When it rains, it pours.
High
As
frequency.
Luke Combs says in the Smash Country song, when it rains, it pours.
I've been texting every day with the doctor from Stanley Obispo, but last night he said, "Would you like to be best friends?"
What did he say? He said, do you want to be best friends?
It's okay. It's okay. I don't care. No, it's okay. It just made me laugh.
That's all I have to say about that.
No, the guy just got divorced. There's nothing. I wasn't expecting anything like that. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, I didn't just get friend zoned. I got best friend zoned.
Oh. Is that better or worse than the original friend zone?
It's like the VIP friend zone.
Why do guys keep doing this to us?
Well,
They're like,
honestly,
okay.
I really don't care. What am
Oh,
I
yeah.
gonna do? He,
Yeah, I know.
he was cool and
But
fun.
it'd still be nice to like be able to keep it as like a long distance kind of like, oh, you can go up there for a night, have fun, and then come home. Like it's a flingy thing. Yeah, I like my long distance flights.
Yeah,
You guys
but
know that.
I love somebody to text every day, so it's okay. I'm not complaining.
So you're still texting every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember,
I just thought it was funny.
he had a house guy. I always forget we have to talk about these guys in code. He had a house guy. Remember, he was like, oh, I had a really nice time with you, but I don't think you're the right situation for me. But then he's like, no, I still really want to be friends with you. Remember, he wanted to come to Vegas with me. He was trying to get a ride to Vegas. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
he all wanted to be friends. He was friend zoning me too, where I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, he has fun and stuff. But I
I
mean,
already kind of knew I was in the friends, which is fine. Like I said, I mean, you don't. I was just thinking though. I started thinking about it, and I was like, I feel like the last couple people I've attracted just got divorced.
oh yeah, I think we're kind of in that zone.
But I am in
life
that
right now.
age.
Yeah, where we're getting a lot of vasectomy divorced men. I love it. Don't worry, I'm fine if a guy is just spooging O'Douls. I can handle it.
Spooky O'Doul.
Brewing the decaf. I'm
I
on
just
board.
spit. Oh my god, so funny.
Yeah. Anyways, well, here we are. So it looks like we're still single. Still just chilling.
Yeah. Well, I was on the boat for 2 weeks.
How was the boat? Tell us more about
It
the
was
cruise.
fun.
Was it a good
It's
one?
interesting because the very first. There's only my second. The very first one I did, I was late, so it was 4 days.
Right.
But I finally got to see what everybody's talking about how you adapt, what ship life is.
Right.
Like people that are on there for like 6 months or something.
I mean, I can't imagine being on there for that long. But
I
we
was
have-
only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was like a weird mix of like, you kind of want to go home at the same time. You're in this like kind of cool bubble where you almost don't have responsibility.
I know, it's true.
So I can see getting stuck in like that life is attractive.
Yeah, it's so true.
You're just, I mean, and we also docked a lot, so I got to get off the boat.
Yeah.
That cruise docks a lot.
It does talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like lots in Victoria and a couple stops in Alaska.
Yeah.
So you're not just, stuck on the ship all the
And
time.
everybody talks about, you're going to hook up with the crew. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I was very tempted. But I didn't do it.
I mean, I feel like it makes the time pass faster if you do have a little onboard romance. Ask me how I know. I love my little ship romances. Oh.
I really hope the Serbian bartender I met is working when you go on. I don't think he is. I think he's getting on.
Oh, no. Yeah, because I'm getting back on October
He was so
7th or something.
funny.
Where was the bartender at?
At the comedy club. I think he got on right after you did it in July.
Oh.
Because he's only on for 2.5 months.
When did I no, but I wasn't my last one.
He said he got off like the last week of, he got on like the last week of July and he's leaving, I think, in 2 weeks. I don't know. Oh my God, I hope he's there. He's cracking me up.
Oh man. Yeah, I like the bartenders in that room. At least whoever I met. I mean, we didn't always drink there, but anytime that we did get a drink at that bar, I either got a glass of wine that was like filled right up to the rim, and the guys would get like these mixed drinks that were like pure hard alcohol. Like
Yeah. The
Just
first
like-
night I walked in, he's like, "You want a drink?" And I was like, "I don't think I'm allowed to," because I was still like paranoid about working on shifts.
oh yeah, I only had a drink
And then he
after
was
and
like-
off stage.
I do it. I was like, he's like 6'5" Serbian with like one of those people who's like you're scared of him, but then he's so funny.
I
He
love
was
it.
making fun of all the passengers because they do like dances every night. There's a big
Oh,
dance party after the.
Yeah.
So he would come up to us and just be making fun of everybody.
We would do that too, actually. We would be back in that nook where the bar is.
Yeah, that was the
And then
best
we'd
part.
watch everybody dance. We're like, oh, look at them have fun. Look at this DJ not giving up on Michael Jackson. They're not giving up on him. They're like, what?
I don't know why. For some reason, it's funnier when somebody looks like they could kill you, but then they're hilarious. Like that deadpan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was this girl on the dance floor who, she wasn't like fat, but she was just a bigger girl, like wide, like very wide shoulders.
Yeah.
And like a boxy. And we're standing there just watching. He comes up behind me and the other comic, and he goes, "Look at that girl. She looked like the Meryl Streep. No, the Sigourney the gorilla in the mist." The fact that he pulled up like Meryl Streep and Sigourney Weaver was like,
That is. That's the difference between being American and being foreign. You're like, you're like Meryl Streep,
the accent.
Sigourney
just made
Weaver,
it funny.
one of those. You recognize the big names, can't tell them apart.
Did you have any like code alphas during your show?
What do you mean?
So if you're on the boat, if something happens to a passenger, they announce it over every speaker. So we're in the middle of a comedy show, and they start announcing. They go, "Code Alpha, Code Alpha." Code Alpha means security come.
Oh,
so it's
no.
like in the middle of the show, it's like Code Alpha, garden buffet, bring a stretcher.
Oh my God.
Like somebody went down at the buffet.
Oh no.
I couldn't help but laugh though, because it's just like garden buffet, bring a So the other comic told me, he was there the week before me also, he was doing 2 weeks. He said they had one during the show. It was a guy, they all saw him, a guy in the front row who was like unresponsive. He was just like, and his wife got nervous and was like, so they stopped the show. They were like, Code Alpha to the Joy Theater. And they thought the guy was like almost dead or something. It turned out at one of the ports, he just ate a bunch of pot cookies.
Oh.
Because the weed's legal over in Alaska.
Oh, catch a can. I feel like that's where everybody gets the weed gummies. It's like right there when you get off the
But
port.
they said if somebody dies on the boat, there's like a morgue downstairs, and they have to drop them off at the next port.
Oh my God.
So they don't take you back to the U.S. They drop you off at whatever port. Well, we were in the U.S. and Alaska, but if you're
Right.
out on a boat somewhere else, they just drop you off at whatever port they're at, and I guess
Oh.
your family has to take care of getting
Oh my
you back.
God. Holy shit. How strong are these weed gummies that this guy did? Oh my God.
Oh no.
I was just thinking, so I was opening for Puppetry of the Penis in Vegas for most of the 2 weeks that I was in Vegas. And there's a new dispensary called like Planet 13 right beside the theater we're working on. And then I almost was like, should I go in there? Is it time for me to make the big change? You know, clean up my life and get off beer and get on marijuana?
I'll tell you what, I started getting some of the edibles. I take the tiniest, like 5 milligrams, so small. But I do understand now how it helps comics write.
Oh, see, maybe I do need that then. I almost got some in Vegas because I was like, I should just go. I'm always early for the show anyways, and then I didn't. But
It's expensive. That's what always keeps me from buying. It's kind of expensive.
How much is it?
Sometimes it's like $35 for like a small cookie. I mean, it's not that expensive, but the tax is a lot. That's the thing. Unless you have a weed card. Paul, I feel like we're ignoring you. Why are we talking so much? We've both been alone all day.
We've been, I've been Jillin.
We're having diarrhea of the mouth over here.
I've been just I've been live tracking my UPS van like all day.
And Jillin off in between.
And I already jilled off, obviously. That's what I do during that.
Where's my wine?
He's going nuts just watching the van cruise through my neighborhood. He's up there. He's in Lake Hollywood. Now he's down on Forest Lawn. I'm like, why can't you just come to my house? You're so close.
Yeah.
Do you ever do pot edibles?
Oh man, I just had the worst like last week when I was like still trying to heal up. I was like, I just need something to sleep, so I ate a fourth of 100 milligram brownie.
Oh shit, that would
So
that would kill me.
Yeah, 25 milligrams, and I've had it before, so I was like, cool. But that's the thing they don't tell you about like pop brownies, like how evenly distributed is the weed.
Right.
You know? So I had the first night I had 25 milligrams. I got a little high, but I was like, whatever. Second night, I took it again because I liked it. And I was like, cool, I got a little high, but whatever. And I think it was just condensed in this corner of the brownie because I ate it. And literally, I have never done this in my life in 8 years of consuming, of Googling how to stop a high.
Oh, shit.
It just comes back.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're fucked.
And people are like, take a hot shower. People are like, take a cold shower. People are like, so it was like 4:45 in the morning, and I just went into the shower, and I was there probably an hour and a half in the shower.
Oh my God.
Just trying to
It's a scary
survive.
feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's like you feel like you're having really bad anxiety sometimes, right? It's like your
Yeah.
heart's pounding. It's
I was convinced that my heart was gonna stop. I was
Yeah.
like, this is it.
it fucks people
Oh,
up.
no. See, I don't
Yeah.
want that.
It's
At least
no, that's why I said like I swear I take like barely like the size of my pinky or something. Like that's just
Yeah.
a small one, and you just feel like a tiny bit. It's not like
Yeah.
Or you can take a little more, but I did notice it does help me write sometimes, like focus.
I find that
Are
even
you
a little
looking
bit
at
of
my armpit? Am I sweating?
No, not at all.
I
No,
saw
I
you
think
look
your
at my
arms actually
armpit.
look really good. They look very toned.
Oh, thank you.
They look good. They're the kind of arms I want.
Ship life.
Ship life.
The Serbian showed her some workouts.
Yeah, he
But
did.
even I do find when I have a little glass of wine, I write better. I feel like anything that just
See,
kind of gets you out of your head, you know what I mean? It loosens you up just like these things do socially. I feel like it loosens me up writing wise too.
Yeah.
Because I love to write over a glass of wine at home. Anything over 2 glasses and now it's sloppy. But those first 2 glasses can be really good.
I had this memory for some reason this week. I don't know, I was writing something and I had this memory. Have you ever had somebody that you hooked up with who like they went to your ear and just like thrust their tongue in it, like
Ew. Yeah, but not in a long time. But
I
I know I've
know.
had that. It's gross. Did he do?
No,
does
no,
anybody
no.
do that to you?
not recently. I just for some reason had the memory and I was like, I'm gonna ask Christina if she's ever
I feel like I have had that before, and it's gross.
why would anybody think that feels good? Just like an aggressive like in and out of the ear hole.
Oh, and what does that taste like? I don't want to know. Gross.
I think it's got to be only guys that are like bad at sex and they think that you just want something in every hole.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like why?
Wait,
Also-
during or after? Because I thought you meant like
so
after.
long ago.
Foreplay?
No, I
It's a
think
foreplay.
like a foreplay thing.
Post pee cuddle, and then you just. Blah, blah.
But also, I don't know. I guess guys don't think about stuff as much as girls, but I just think like, there's like wax in your ear or something.
Yeah.
Like.
That's kind of grody.
Yeah.
Ew, it's total
Or
grody.
even like the back, like people don't wash the back of their ear.
That's true.
The back.
It smells like armpit.
You ever stick your finger in your belly button for a while and then sniff it? Oh, that's a.
Can I just tell you?
No, I don't finger my belly button.
Can I just tell you one of my weird fetishes? We've done other episodes about fetishes, but one thing I used to love to do when I was in a relationship, I used to love picking the lint ball out of my boyfriend's belly button. I loved it. Like if you have belly button lint, I love fucking
I'm gonna puke.
pulling it out. Oh no, I loved it. I love doing that. Is that weird? I love it.
Ew.
How much lint balls got in there?
In my last relationship, it was my favorite. Like if I saw a nugget in there, it's like, oh yeah, like get it out. I get the little belly button.
Make a sweater for Christmas.
Yeah, what'd you do with them?
I mean, who knows what I did with them? I probably
Did you
flicked them
eat
behind
them
my couch
like
or
a little
something.
kid with boogers?
I just fluff from his clothes. I used to love doing it, but then my best friend in Toronto, Anna, she's like, no, I like doing that with guys too. They see the belly button lint and you just grab it out. It's cute. It's not gross. It's cute. It's
I guess
fluffy.
I guess there's worse things.
It's not
than
really
lint.
that unsanitary, but that was something I used to love doing.
Do you also love popping the zits on guys' backs?
Oh no, I never did that. Why did you do that?
I remember in my 20s, there was more hookups with guys that had zits.
I've scratched a guy's back and got his zit caught in my nail before.
Well, we've all done that.
I know. I think that's more common than anybody here wants to hear about. But
I had my ex nair my back once.
yeah, I nared an ex-boyfriend that you know.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I nared his back.
How
before,
is that
too.
not a service?
I
Why-
mean,
why
I feel
can't
like such
pay-
a good girlfriend doing that.
Yeah, but why can't I pay a little Korean lady to nair my
There's
back?
definitely a service
You can
for
get
that.
back
It's not- it's
waxes.
like waxes
yeah,
or-
but not nair.
Oh,
No.
are you serious?
Yeah.
You need a girlfriend for that.
Yeah, like a specific barbershop or something that.
No. So I was getting my back naired. This a long
Especially in
time- a while
Koreatown.
ago. I know, right? My neighbor should do it. But I was doing that in. I lived with my girlfriend at the time, and her brother and her brother's fiance lived next door, or like the next room. So all of a sudden there was a pounding at the door. That was her brother, and he was like, "All right, everybody, we need to get out. There's a gas leak." Blah blah blah. Because you know how bad Nair smells, so they thought it was a gas leak.
Oh, it does smell so
So
bad.
then they opened up and they just saw me laying on the on the ground like this, and he just started busting up loud. It was so embarrassing.
When I nared our friend's back, so the only gross part, like I didn't mind, like, you know, I know it smells bad, but then I had to like put him in the shower, and then I took this like cloth and I was like wiping the hair off his back.
Yeah.
And then it started to like bunch all right above his butt
Doesn't
crack.
it make you feel ill?
That part made me feel ill once we were washing it
Yeah.
off, and it just like bunches of. And I was like, "Oh no!"
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. Like 15 years ago, a guy, one of my ex-boyfriends asked me to like shave his back, and I literally like, I was started like dry heaving, which I don't do very easily. I don't know what it is about the hair and the.
Well, the smell of
Yeah.
Nair is so disgusting. Maybe that's why it's kind of one of those things where people just.
But the
gave
same
up
thing
and-
happens to me when I try and clean my shower. If I have to pull hair out of the, I physically.
That is pretty
I'm
gross
like,
too.
ew. I think I start imagining it in my mouth for some reason.
Yeah, don't do that. No.
Christina, just imagine it's the ultimate belly button when you're
It's
cleaning
the
the drain.
ultimate belly button hair nugget.
When you see gross things, don't you ever imagine them in your mouth?
No, I don't think so. Let's define gross things.
My mental illness is coming out.
No, I think it's common.
Oh my god.
Like sometimes really gross poop, I imagine it in my mouth, and then I get really grossed out.
Oh my god.
I'd like to retract my statement
Can
of
you
it's common.
delete that from the podcast?
That's
I'm
the
kidding.
teaser.
No,
That's
oh,
the teaser.
Come on, that's what we're naming the podcast.
Have you ever had
Don't
poop
you picture poop and then picture it in your mouth? Episode 37.
Have you ever had a poop? It doesn't happen often. Have you ever had poop that smells really good and then you kind of get hungry?
I think this podcast is done.
It's like Jeff Foxworthy on poop.
Can I just tell you this?
How much is this percentage of beer?
You do have the
I
higher
haven't
one.
even finished
You're
it.
allowed to say the weirder stuff because you have the most potent beer. You're totally allowed.
I haven't even finished it. You talk more.
I ate this red curry chicken thing that I bought in the refrigerated part of Trader Joe's yesterday. I bought it yesterday, but it had expired 3 days ago. And then I just braced myself for diarrhea. Turns out my body loved it. We were cool. It was fine. It was all
I
good.
feel like your body's probably pretty resilient by now.
My body is, yeah.
You could live in the desert and it takes.
That's the thing. Diarrhea never happens when you expect it to happen. It happens at the worst time, like when you are going for your after-sex pee, and then it ends up being after-sex diarrhea.
Oh, the boat. Oh.
I know that, but I mean that'll happen on the cruise sometimes. Although I did have a moment in Vegas where I was like, I showed gratitude. I was just in the bathroom. I'm like, I'm so excited that this is just an after-sex pee and not an after-sex diarrhea, and I'm just gonna bask in this wonderful moment. I did.
You know, Paul,
I had a moment on the toilet by myself where I was like grateful for
Christina
that
and
moment.
I are really good at enjoying the small things in life.
That's all it takes to make me show gratitude now.
I don't know if you've noticed that.
Is to just pee in the company of a man. I show gratitude for that.
Good thing you didn't show Jen. She'd try to eat it.
No, I don't want to eat it. That's what makes me sick, is that for some reason my sick brain, when I see gross things, my brain decides, what would that taste like in your mouth?
Yeah.
It's not my choice. I can't control my thoughts.
You think it's a smell?
I can't control my... No, it's like pulling the hair out. That's what makes me sick from pulling the hair out. There's something in my brain that goes, ew, what if that was... And then I just want to vomit. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm starting to sweat a lot.
Listen,
I said too much.
can I change the subject in a celebratory way?
In
I
closing.
don't know how I go from
Yeah.
poop to this. As you guys know, I love double bonus poker.
Ooh,
and
you
I got
scared me when you said double.
double poopy double poop. I got 4 aces with the kicker. I won $500 last Friday. And I
Excuse
should
me.
not have been gambling. It was like the daytime. I was just like,
Were you
I'm just gonna throw in
gambling
a
or were you
20.
playing video poker?
I mean, I like all forms of gambling, not just video poker. I do
sweating.
like craps, and I like no, just craps and video poker. No slot machines.
No, that's really exciting that you got that.
I got
You
so,
sent
and
me
then
a
I also
picture.
got like another 4 of a kind that was 3s, so that pays more than the 4 of a kinds that are 5 through kings. I was killing it. I was making good money in Vegas. Probably more money than my fucking comedy money, to be honest. I came home with money.
You know
So
what?
that was a nice feeling.
I'm really happy for you.
Thanks. Now back to doing comedy, where we'll see if I make money.
I feel like we should end on that positive note.
All
But what do you
right.
think? You have something else to say?
Well, do we
If
have
you
anything
do,
we
go
want to
ahead.
promote? I wrote down
Yes.
so many notes, but there's no point in getting into this now. But we can.
You could. I don't care.
Oh no, we can. We
We
save
have
all
like
these.
5 minutes
Look
if
at
you
all
want.
these nuggets.
Jesus, you
Those
did.
dingleberries.
You
This
did write
is-
down a
look at all
lot.
these dingleberries. Oh yeah. Oh, because in Vegas there was a packaging convention in town. So then I just kept on, like, I went a little, on my last night, I was like, okay, not last night, second to last night. I'm going to have one last night in Vegas. So I went on a video poker crawl. So at Treasure Island, I popped in, and then I talked to some guy. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm done at this casino because I just won. I got another 4 of a kind. So I was like, I got to go. So then I was like, okay, well, I have to go to P.F. Chang's now. And then I just like left. I didn't say I was meeting anyone. I just was like, oh, it's time to go to P.F. Chang's. It was nice to meet you. Then I went to Casino Royale, and I met another guy. I was gambling there. And then he said he was staying at Circus Circus. I'm not fucking anybody who's staying at Circus Circus. So then I told him I had to go to P.F. Chang's. And now I pushed on 11 o'clock. Now it's not even going to be realistic that P.F. Chang's is open anymore. I can't use this anymore as an excuse. And then I went back to my dueling piano bar at Harrah's, and then that's where I always have the most fun. Dueling piano bars are my good luck charm, but I don't know.
They are.
That just turned into my excuse to leave people in Vegas. Well, nice to meet you. I have to go to P.F. Chang's now.
It's a good excuse. You always got to have an out.
You gotta. I didn't lie. I didn't say I was meeting anyone.
That's what scares me about when you say people hook up on the boat. I'm like, I don't have an out.
That's true.
There's no out on the boat.
But I do feel like it helps pass the time. And
They know where
nice
you're
and able to-
staying.
That's
You-
true.
Even if they don't, you run into them at the buffet.
That's true.
I had a
Yeah.
few. Okay.
I have to see the. Oh,
We
the
gotta
do-
go.
The dope
the
dealers
stoners are here.
outside. Let's ask them how many milliliters of marijuana I should have for my first time.
Milliliters.
Did I say that wrong?
How much do I shoot up?
I used to smoke pot in my 20s, you guys. I'm not totally foreign to it. I just haven't, turned into a bit of a wino in my late 30s.
We could give a shout out to the beer that you
All our
brought.
beers.
Santa Clara Valley
Brewing
Brewing.
Company, very tasty. They have good comedy
Revision.
nights there. Revisions, we introduced revisions to comedy, and this is my favorite. This is the Island Waves Hoppy Ale. It's light. It's like 4.2%, I believe. 4%, my favorite.
Paul, where's yours from?
Golden-
Colorado?
Golden Road
No, it's from-
Session IPA
It's from Glendale.
from Los
that's from
Angeles.
Glendale?
From Los Angeles, California.
But I believe
All
it,
right.
Glendale. We got to go there. It's so good. We had book club there 2 weeks ago, and it was.
Oh, we definitely should.
It's a great spot.
Yeah,
And a
it's really
shout
good.
out to dudes. I'm sorry we're not drinking your beer on this podcast, but we
Seems
love
like
you
somebody
anyway.
needs to send us some more samples.
Yeah. All right.
All right, follow us on social media as per George Gonzalez. I'm at Walkin' Sauce and ChristinaWalkinshaw.com. And Jen Murphy Live.
At Jen Murphy Comedy on the social media, but my website is jenmurphy.live.
.live. All right, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed my burps, and we're off to tell jokes.
Thank
Okay,
you,
bye.
Paul.